Hello, welcome to This Board Game Life. My name is Mark, and today I'm here to do, I'm here to do a reboxing. I got everything covered of the Game Makers. So if you saw my previous video, I did an unboxing, but I kind of wanted to, this is a pretty straightforward reboxing. There's just so much stuff here. But there were some things that, like when I did my unboxing, I wasn't sure exactly what went into some things. For example, there's these little cargo containers. And when I opened them, there was like each player's little forklifts were in there. But now that I've put everything together, I kind of wanted to come back and show you everything that goes in. And so I'm going to switch cameras here. But before I get started, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you'll never miss new content. And you can talk about my crazy hair. I don't know what's happening today. It is just, I was out driving with the window down and whatever. It's all over the place. I got crazy mad scientist here today. All right, so let's switch to the table. I'm not even sure what look we're going to have, but I wanted to show you the things that came in the game, show you the tray, kind of set up what it looks like, and how it tears down and how you put it away. So I know a lot of people really like reboxing videos, and so hopefully someone out there will gain some enjoyment and appreciate this. All right, so let's switch cameras. Let's see how far. Oops. Oh, I've got all my covers on my green screen. Okay. So I got a whole stack of these covers here, and you'll understand why later. Oh, let me put that back. Here, let me put them up here, because you'll see how all this game is really, really well made, really well thought out. And so anyways, so here's that little tray. Everybody's gonna get one of these, and there's a couple of cardboard pieces that you're going to put in here. These are scoring tokens that will go into your player board depending on the amount of players. It's just kind of like how things are going to score at the end of the game. They can change, I guess, for player count. And of course you've got your three little forklifts, which these things are pretty cool. They did a really nice job. I still think these feel like they're made of metal. I don't know. I don't think there's metal in it, but they don't just feel plasticky. They feel pretty heavy duty. And then you've got all these little things they call tweenies. And then you've got your little cube trackers in here. So you can see the clear, the yellow, the blue, the green, and the red. So those go on your player board. So everything that kind of fits in here. And then you will want to make sure that your forklifts are on their side, not standing up. Does seem like things will fit better if they're laying down. But there's 6 different ones of these. So let me just kind of slide the box over here so you can kind of see. So all the different player colors, they just stack. So there's 3 on top there. Let's see if I can angle that. So there you go. There you can see it. So they fit right in there. Then you've got a bunch of the cards. So this one that I have here that's still sealed, this is if you play solo, and I just haven't opened it. But the rest of these are all for normal play and for multiple players. Plus, you've got two more stacks here of various game cards. So, but anyways, so that's kind of what goes in the bottom. There's one additional thing, but I'm gonna show you something else first before we start. Well, there's a couple things like all these boards and stuff, but I got to put something else away before. Oh no, I don't. So I can put these away now. All right. So right here is going to be where this knob for this, and it's magnetic, it's just going to sit down in there, just in that spot. So, and it's magnetic. Your player boards are all going to be folded up, and they go down in here over the cards. And then I'll have to put my thing, the handle away, but then everything just kind of fits like that. So, but I wanted to show you, kind of show this thing to you in action a little bit. So the tiles, again, this is magnetic, which is awesome. This cover is also magnetic. It's magnetic right in the middle. So these tiles, when you are, and as you saw me unbox this, these outer ones here, these just slide in and out. So then you would put like your cover on it. That's the wrong one. I need one that's a little bigger. But you just put the cover on it, and then you store them. I'll show you how to store these. But when you're ready to play, you take the cover off, and you just slide it in its spot. So you can put all these on, and then you just put the tiles, and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter which way these tiles go on, or how the different things are oriented around the board. It can be different every time you play. So, and you might want to mix it up just so that it's not always the same things in the same order. So it's really super easy to set up. I mean, it's basically you put the trays on, you put the tiles in, and then you add this, and then you'll start out on the wild spot. So you'll put the setup here in this, and it shows you like what's available. So here's your level 1 tiles, level 2 dice, level 3 cards. And as you move your guys to the proper zones, those are the resources you take. Once everyone's moved, you move it one whole quadrant again. And now anybody that was here can move into a level 1 die, a level 2 card, or a level 3 worker. And after everyone's moved, then you just, I'll tell you what, this game plays really quick. We played 5 players last week, 1 hour. Now I did about maybe 15, 20 minutes, just kind of going over everything and explaining it. But once we started playing, it was a 1 hour play time, and everyone had a blast. So it plays quickly, and you can play up to 6. So, and that wouldn't have added more time. It really wouldn't, because everyone's playing at the same time. That's kind of the beauty of the game. So anyways, that's kind of it. Now these bags, they've got trays here, but I store everything in the bag because you don't want to be able to look into it. When you're taking a tile, you need to pull like a level 3 tile out, and you're not supposed to see what's on it. So, I mean, if you're sitting here, you could, I'll take this one. You don't want to see what they are. They're supposed to be a blind grab. So technically, and you could leave these bags sitting here if you want. I took them off. I just put them off to the side and had them like sitting open. That way it was just easier on the table. So you kind of don't necessarily use this. So just kind of, and if you don't want to use the bags, you could just pour the tiles in and then just tell everybody you gotta grab without looking, or you got to take one on the bottom or something. But the bags are included, and that's what they're for. But I just set them off to the side, and then I'll show you how I put them away. But okay, so let's assume our game is over, right? So we're going to start tearing it down. I'm going to take these boards out here so I can put the handle back. Okay, so I'm going to just put that back where I showed you. That just goes into the bottom tray, and then I'm going to put all my boards back on top. And then this tray is going to go on top. Now this is where all you're going to have A tiles, B tiles, and a C tile. Everyone's going to have one. So here they have them, the A's, the B's, and the C's. So there's already a spot for those in the tray. So then what you're going to do is you're going to be like, you're going to just lift that up. That's how simple that was. And then you just put the cover on it. Okay. Make sure the cards are in there. Oh, also a note. Someone asked about sleeving the cards. If you sleeve these cards, this case will not close. At least the sleeves that I had were standard size and they fit these. They kind of ran off the edge here and extended out. So I ended up not sleeving my cards. Now these are going to go right here on top. Yeah, right there on top. And then, so then we just say, let's grab our dice trays, right? I think that was this one. Nope, that's for the people. All right, so now we just got that covered. Now this one goes right here. And we've got our wooden tokens. Okay, cover goes, that slides in. I think that's where, yeah, that one goes there. The plastics, and you can see how easy these just come right out. They just slide in and out. And then hopefully you can see how I'm sliding these in here. This one has a lot of trees, so you might need to kind of jiggle them down a little bit so that the lid fits on. Or maybe pull one tree out. And then we've got the empty one for the tiles. Again, you could store your tiles in here if you wanted. It's not really a big deal, but I don't. I keep them in the bag. But that goes in. Actually, I think this goes. Does this one go here? No. Yeah, they all go down there. I did that correctly. Yeah, dice there. Those guys there. So you can kind of see they all fit in there really nice. Now, if you got the extra, like the little wooden workers, I just tuck these in here. There's too many of them. And I mean, they're cool. I like the little spacemen and the aliens and stuff. But the thing with these is that it might get confusing for people because they're looking for this particular, that's a level 1 worker, what it looks like. That's what the level 2, that's what the level 3 is. So when you add in these kind of extras, they're sized appropriately, but some people, it might be harder for newer people to understand that this ghost is a level 1 and that the alien is a level 1 worker. But you can, I just tuck those in right there. That's what I do with those. All right. So then this is going to go on top in the box. Okay. So now we've got this. So what I do, and again, there's no right or wrong, but this comes off. Your tiles will come out. I just dump them over. Now, this side, if you left it as is and you would put it in here, it kind of rotates a little bit. It kind of wobbles around. So what I've done is I flip it upside down. Still flops a little bit, but it makes it easier to store this stuff. So I can just lay these tiles in on the bottom side. Oh, I knew I forgot something. Here it is, my score pad. Score pad goes right here on top. And then I also put my bags with my tiles in it. And then I have also like these Christmas trees that they sent me. Again, these are just extras, but I just lay them in here for now. And then I put those on top like that. And you can put this wheel. Oh, I think I put the wheel underneath. I do put the wheel. I put that back under the bottom. Okay. And then we've got the Almanac, which it came with, and the rule book on top. You can see it does wiggle a little bit. I mean, you're not going to get away from that unless I'm just doing something wrong. And there you go. And let's see if I can show you. So, scooch of lid lift, not much. So, but that is the reboxing. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Look, I'm going to do a review here in a few minutes. So if you want to see my review of the game makers, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, but hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when that video drops. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun. Take care.